If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Time is an illusion. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for. You never fail until you stop trying. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Try not to become a man of success. Rather become a man of value. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Common sense is what tells us the earth is flat. The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Insanity is doing the same thing, over and over again, but expecting different results. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I am not yet completely sure about the universe. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Nothing happens until something moves. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Out of clutter, find simplicity. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Never memorize something that you can look up. Imagination is more important than knowledge. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. Everything must be made as simple as possible. But not simpler. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Student is not a container you have to fill but a torch you have to light up. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what, then, is an empty desk a sign? Black holes are where God divided by zero. Creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. If at first the idea is not absurd, then there is no hope for it. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Invariably they are both disappointed. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Love is a better master than duty. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. The one who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. Those who walk alone are likely to find themselves in places no one has ever been before. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Information is not knowledge. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. The moon does not simply disappear when we are not looking at it. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. Great spirits have always encountered opposition from mediocre minds. The mediocre mind is incapable of understanding the man who refuses to bow blindly to conventional prejudices and chooses instead to express his opinions courageously and honestly. When the solution is simple, God is answering. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. So is a lot. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Everything is energy, and that is all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Once you stop learning, you start dying. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery every day. Never lose a holy curiosity. Never regard study as a duty, but as the enviable opportunity to learn. Never do anything against conscience even if the state demands it. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Failure is success in progress. If I were to remain silent, I'd be guilty of complicity. One cannot alter a condition with the same mindset that created it in the first place. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Everything that is really great and inspiring is created by the individual who can labor in freedom. I see my life in terms of music. We still do not know 1,000% of what nature has revealed to us. Reading, after a certain age, diverts the mind too much from its creative pursuits. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Be a voice, not an echo. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Thanks for watching. Waiting for the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe.